For those of you who have a C6 Corvette wide body, so Grand Sport Z06 or ZR1 or the 427 convertible, if you have the smiley face going on in the front of your grille, more than likely you drive at high speed, maybe you track the car, but that front bumper, if it's sagging, it's deforming a little bit. Even with a factory Z06 chin spoiler, mine was starting to sag and I was getting a gap between the top part of the grille and the actual bumper. Starting to look a little tired, so I bought a front bumper reinforcement for a ZR1. This is a factory piece from GM, and they had to put these on Z06 and ZR1 with the carbon fiber package. So with the ZR1 front chin spoiler, at sustained high speeds, you start to get some deformation of the front nose. And as I just said, even with a factory Z06 spoiler, I still got plenty of deformation in the nose, and which led to that C6 wide body. It looks like your front nose is smiling because it's sagging down. I also did a fog light delete just for fun. Bought the cheapest, thinnest carbon fiber I possibly could. Epoxied some screws, some bolts on the underside here, and made some aluminum fingers and a little reinforcement plate at the top out of some 1/16 inch aluminum angle with some exploder rivets to secure it in place. And then I used a silicone to just kind of make sure things are held in place, reduce any kind of rattling if there is. And I'll get it. You also have to take out the grill insert. This comes in 3 pieces. So first you take this off, couple of clips, couple of screws, and then this bracket, and then the main grill just kind of falls out. At that point, you can slip the reinforcement over the bumper cover. So here's the cover slipped over the reinforcement here slipped over the cover, and it bolts into the bottom, and then it just lies flush up here. It is very rigid, so I don't anticipate any sagging after this. But because this is for a ZR1 and my nose here covers for a Grand Sport or Z06, you notice how this clip doesn't line up. There's no hole here. And then this hole right here for the Z06 front chin spoiler, there's nothing. So it's just going to be drilling a hole, putting a clip there, which I have. This comes with clips, so you'll have extra clips. Drill a hole, put a clip, drill a hole in the bumper cover, and utilize this as well. No big deal. So I drilled some holes, added the extra clips. For this one, this is one where there wasn't a hole before, so I just bored a hole, and I took a Dremel tool, cut out my little recessed notch there, added the extra clip that you will have, because there will be extras. This one down here was a little bit more of a challenge because there wasn't an easy way to mark it and drill it. So I just took a measurement from this over to what I thought was the center, and then on the other side measured it, drilled a really tiny hole, made sure I was lined up. This one I hit the first try. The other side it took 2 or 3 tries, but they're small holes, nobody will see. So, all right, the front nose is back on. Very happy with the results. First of all, the bumper reinforcement, all the gap it's gone. It's nice and tight. It's nice and rigid. The Z06 or the Grand Sport front chin spoiler here was looking pretty ragged, pretty deformed. That is tightened up very nicely with the added screws and the reinforcement. The only place that I have a little goofy thing going on here is right here. which I'll probably just leave it because before the rest of the spoiler, entire rest of the spoiler looked like that. So closed up a lot of gaps between the bumper and the chin spoiler with that bumper reinforcement, the ZR1 reinforcement. The fog light delete kit, that's what it looks like. Again, just El Cheapo carbon fiber. It's legit carbon fiber, but it's super thin. It was like 20 bucks a piece. And I like how it looks. I like the Road America curbing is a little rough on my fog lights, and they're kind of starting to bounce around, so off they went. Hard to see here. Okay. That's it.